I'm convinced we're the most cursed team in professional sports.
You guys are bad.
I've been saying this hot take for a long time, and I'm sticking to it. My hot take is that Will McDonald's going to hit 15 sacks.
No member of the New York Jets' Week 1 offensive line will miss a game all year.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time! So get ready to rumble!
It's time! Welcome in, everybody. A very special installment, Chaos in the Zone. Tonight, we have joining us, playing the role of Chaos. Oh, wait, that might be me. I don't even know anymore. The one, the only, the Jets Ward.
What up, guys? How's it going? Rough game
Dude.
today, but hey, we're going to get past it. It's all good. I'm happy to be here.
Dude, glad you could join us. Anyone plugged in or in the know will probably realize that Jet Chaos is currently on a jet rather than talking jets. He was at the nuptials of the one, the only Matt O'Leary.
Congrats to him.
So, yeah, congrats to him for sure. Got a little reality check live in person. I don't know who got the reality check. I mean, it might be Matt with his bank account now. I don't know, but
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Chaos is flying 3 time zones back home, and forgot to tell me he wouldn't be joining me until I asked him this afternoon. So. Exceptional gratitude to Ryan here joining us late notice. For real, like you said, Ryan, man, we did not win today. What maybe don't do a deep dive, but like just casual fandom thoughts on the game.
It was a Jekyll and Hyde performance on it, honestly. First half, defense really came out firing. Second half, they couldn't stop them. It was Lamar got going, and they didn't have any answers for Zay Flowers. So defense was a Jekyll and Hyde performance. It was rough.
You know, it did feel good in the first half. Like I felt really good in the first half. But I felt also like probably every Jet fan out there when it's like, all right, when are the Ravens gonna get going?
Mm-hmm.
And what then? You know?
I had that feeling too. But the way they had Lamar acting like scared to run in the first half, it was good. He was missing throws. He did not look like himself. And even the Jets were stopping Derrick Henry as well, which was awesome. It's the defense was looking solid. And I think Wilkes was doing a great job in the first half. Um, just couldn't get anything going in the first half on offense. Tyrod, I think the offense looked much better under him. He looked confident. I think he missed some of the throws, took some bad sacks, but I didn't feel scared with him behind center like I normally do with Justin Fields because I feel like he's just going to make a boneheaded mistake. And Tyrod, I felt comfortable with, and it seemed like the offense opened up more under Tyrod back there. So I was actually pretty happy with it.
Yeah, yeah, and a lot of people, who aren't plugged into the Jets probably watched that game and said, "Man, that offense sucks." But everyone who has been watching the Jets has to say to themselves, "Man, that offense is way better." Like, I'm sorry, like you could critique Tyrod all you want, like that was mid offense. And I would sign up for that every single Sunday from what we've been watching. And that was not like we've been so bad that today was a breath of fresh air. It really was. I do wish they could have capitalized on some of those efforts earlier in that game. I think it would have changed the game. And, we can get into all that. But um, once the Ravens got going, it was a little hard for us to claw back. We had a chance. We'll get into that too, and what
Mm-hmm.
happened. It's in the thumbnail. What exactly happened? Not the best, but dude, it wasn't Justin Fields football, and I think for that I was thankful today.
I was very thankful today. I think we got to give Tanner Engstrand a little bit of credit too. He's getting receivers open and just the offense. Tyrod Taylor is a backup quarterback, and he played like a backup quarterback today. He was able to move the ball. He was able to make some plays. He played safe football, only threw one interception at the end of the game. But overall, if the Jets had I'll throw his name out there, CJ Stroud behind the offensive line, our offense would look much better, or just even a, a not as good quarterback, an actual starter. The Jets would be pretty decent on the offense. Hell, we have a top 5 rushing offense this year. So you could say that's because Fields runs the ball too, but the offense can work. Our offensive line was a little shaky today, but overall, I was happy. We didn't have 25 yards passing going into halftime. So
Facts. You know what? That actually rolls rather nicely into our first submitted question. And guys, if you're down there, I see you're already cooking. Please submit questions tonight. We would really enjoy them. We're also going to open up the call in line here soon. We want to hear your thoughts. Spike the like button while you're joining us if you could. It's all I ask. But Murph, co-host of the channel on Friday nights, joins us, and this is late for him. He's got an early shift, so he rapid fired 2 questions in there for us to get us going, and I appreciate that. First one I want to pose to you, and we kind of nibbled on it already, but like gun to your head answer. Daniel asks, did the offense look better with Tyrod?
yes, passing wise, yes. Running the ball, I wish we ran more to start. I think our offensive line needed more to get going a little bit more. Brees didn't have the best day rushing the ball. I think he only had like 40 plus yards rushing, but 75 yards receiving. They utilized him in the pass game, which needs to happen. And Tyrod made some really good throws. John Mechie, another touchdown today. AD Mitchell was looking good. When you get him in space, he can make people miss. These guys with Brees, I wish they got Mason Taylor more involved, but imagine if we had Garrett Wilson out there too with John Mechie and AD Mitchell. This offense can be something. I honestly feel like they can. I like Tanner Engstrand's game. I think he's opening up the offense more. Get a competent quarterback back there, and it'll be good. Tyrod, I think, made the offense look much better today than what we've been seeing from Justin Fields.
Yeah, I agree. because like I mean the number one thing is third and medium, third and long isn't you're not screwed. And I feel like so many weeks already this year we were playing to try to limit third and longs, and then when it was third and long, we would just get sacked or run, which we did run some today on third down that I didn't care for.
Yeah.
But we'll, it takes time to figure out, what we're gonna do and what we're not down the stretch. I think you're right though. Add Garrett Wilson to this offense, and I think you go from mid to, above average at minimum.
Yeah. And I think John Mechie is making the case that he definitely needs to be re-signed at the end of the year. You have him as your slot receiver, as a fourth option, third option. He's got great speed, and he was actually blocking very, very well out there today, which is something AG wants. You don't block, you don't get the rock. That was one of his comments earlier this year. And Mechie was one of our better blocking receivers there today. AD Mitchell, I think he's still trying to get used to the offense as well. We still have him under contract for a couple more years. Let's say the Jets try to get weapons in free agency or
Sorry.
no, you're
Go
good.
ahead.
Let's say the Jets try to get weapons this offseason in the draft or on in free agency and get a number 2 receiver. You can't tell me your top 4 receivers, Garrett Wilson, rookie or better receiver, AD Mitchell and John Mechie, isn't much better than what we started out this year with. And if you extend Garrett or Brees Hall, I think that's big now too, especially when AG came out and said that Brees is his guy. So
Yeah, yeah. You know what? You at least got more to be like happy about for the future than you had a month or two ago. Um, all we had a month or two ago was an expiring Lazard that was a healthy scratch every game.
he had a
Now we
catch
have
today.
a he did. I don't think there's a Jet fan out there wanting to re-sign him.
Nope,
Uh,
absolutely not.
but he did contribute, which was probably a good game for him too. Run block a lot, and if you got to catch a ball, catch a ball. He did. So that's cool. I mean, I don't mind Lazard. I just don't like him at 11 million AAV. Uh, but hey, 5 million. He's a different receiver. But also, I think he just needs to change the scenery. Just a
Yeah, oh
smaller
yeah.
market. But yeah, Adonai Mitchell and Mitchie and Mitch and Mitch. like, I Mechie, man, he looks like a matchup nightmare. He does. Like, I don't know if he will be against every defense out there, but I feel like against the Ravens, he got whatever he wanted.
And he's always open. And they're utilizing him in the slot on the outside. They're sending him in motion, which is great as well. And all the time they're giving him handoffs around the end. They're doing everything they can to get him in a matchup that's right, because if he gets by you, he's gone. He's a speed demon out there. And AD Mitchell's, for his size, is very fast too. And this offense wanted to get faster. You got Mechie, you got Mitchell, and you got oh god, what's the rookie? I can't remember his name. Number 82, Arian Smith. You got Arian Smith too with blazing speed. The offense is quick, and Garrett Wilson's fast too. This offense could do something. Honestly, Mechie, he's been really surprising me too. I've been very happy with him.
Yeah, Mitchell caught a couple balls. It didn't feel like we were out of that game until one specific thing happened, and I want to ask you about that. Uh, the Jets in the second half. We kind of got teased with it when they did the Aaron Glenn second half interview, and he said exactly, this team is very good at coming out in the third quarter and scoring, and we need to stop that and score ourselves. That didn't happen. They came out, they scored. We didn't. I think they might have even scored again, and it really just I couldn't get that AG interview out of my head the whole third quarter because they did get us there. But we still had a chance late, and Brees Hall started taking over, man.
Oh
The
yeah.
spin the spin move that he put on that then led to like 30 more yards on a play was top notch. His vision, I think he went all the way from the left side of the field to the right side of the field. Very good. He had some runs earlier in the day. Excellent vision displayed. And it just was very good to see. By the way, they did outscore us 14-0 in the third.
Mhm.
Really made the difference. But we get down there. We get down there. We get all the way down to the one. And while fighting for extra yardage, Brees Hall gets stripped of the ball. Our, I think, third fumble by a running back on the 1 yard
Yep.
line this season. And I mean 11 games. Third. Um, Thoughts when that happened and just overall thoughts about that?
My response was, this game's over," because it just took everything out, and then the Ravens started moving the ball down the field. It was done at that point, and you could even see Brees dejected on the sideline and everything. And I felt bad for the kid because he was giving everything he had. He was getting this offense to actually go, and for that to happen in that moment, man, it was a heartbreaker, a big gut punch to us. But that's how it goes. The Jets have been affected by that all year. It's not. It happens. So
Yeah.
it
You know what?
sucks.
It felt like, I wanted to tell Brees, man, the opposing team shoots themselves in the foot and we shoot ourselves in the head, bro. What are you doing,
Mhm.
man? Again? uh, Tough, man, because I know how hard he was fighting to get us back in that game. And then that happens. And it does happen, but it seems to just happen at a higher clip to us, and it's hard. Like I didn't even have a reaction when it happened because I wasn't even counting the touchdown until I saw it. I don't know, maybe that's my PTSD. Like
Mhm.
so I was just numb when it happened. I'm like, oh, okay, I was expecting something to happen, and there's something. But yeah, towel over his head. It sure sounds like to me though that doesn't sway you at all. You want him back, right?
Oh yeah. I think if the Jets' plan is to go a younger quarterback or a rookie quarterback in this upcoming draft, if we are in a position to get a Mendoza or a Simpson, or if Dante Moore decides to come out, having a solid running back, a legit weapon in the pass game and in the run game, and then having a legit weapon as a number one receiver, Mason Taylor, who's been looking better as well. I know he didn't look amazing today, but he's shown flashes this year. You have an offensive line that looks solid, two tackles that are really good. Joe Tipman, who's a guard, had his first holding penalty uh, this game, first one all year, which is amazing for a guy who's naturally not even a guard. He's a center. So I think Brees needs to be in this offense. I would extend him, give him a 3-year contract. He's still young, um, just to keep him around because I think having that electric type of player who, whenever he has the ball in his hands, can break away and make some big plays, I think will definitely help a younger quarterback as well.
Yeah. You know what? For me, it does to me matter what the dollar is, and also like where his mind is, and that's something we don't know. Uh, do I want him back? Do I think he can help this offense? Yes, of course. He's ran way better this year than he did last year already. In 11 games or whatever you want to call it, he has already shown me way more in 11 than he did in 17 last year.
Mhm.
I mean, this is like what two of the last 3 weeks where he's had a 40-plus yard receiving play. I think today he had damn near 100 receiving yards with no Garrett. That's big time. But I also want to see him punch that in, man. Like, damn, today, we're so like I'm so close to forgiving Brees for everything that happened last year, and that happens. I don't know, man. Am I crazy for still being disappointed?
I don't think that fumble should take away from the game he had, because he was legit one of the best player on offense for us today. He gave us everything he had, and shit happens, man. And they say when you're fighting that hard, because this is the toughest I've seen Brees run since becoming a Jet. The power is coming to him. He's playing that tough, gritty style that AG wants, and the message is getting through him. He's fighting for those yards. And unfortunately, I was hoping that AD Mitchell came up and like tried to push him into the end zone, or one of the linemen or tight ends that were there, like other teams do. But it just didn't happen. The fumble happened, and it just bounced the Ravens' way. That was the way it was going. I'm not gonna take that away from Brees, because the game he had was awesome. I was very happy with what he did, and I'm not going to let the fumble ruin what kind of day he had today.
You mentioned extending him, and I don't want to detour too far, but I think it is a good offshoot topic. If you see here, these are the running backs currently signed, and they are sorted by average per year, which isn't an exact science, but because like guarantee matters and everything. But like, if you just had to look at the names here and kind of slot Brees Hall accordingly in this list, or even an average per year, however you want to do it. But like, I'm just curious on the pecking order side of things, where you think that he deserves to be slotted, whether it'll be from us this spring or someone else.
The place that I'm looking at right now is in between James Cook and Kyron Williams. I think he's better than Williams, but I think James Cook has just been electrifying for the Bills offense this year. He's got that breakaway speed. So I'm looking right in between James Cook and Kyron Williams, and giving him like that $11,250,000 contract, which would be right in the middle. I think that would be good. I couldn't put him behind Kyron Williams, because I just think he's got much more talent than him. So I think being in between those two would be a perfect spot for him.
So yeah, 11 and change. You know what's funny? What's funny is I am like pretty constantly referred to as like the Brees hater around here, and even I am saying that I would give him 3 for 30, which would be 10 in Aaron Jones money. That's not far from someone who's not a Brees hater. 11 and change, 10. What's the difference, man? 11 and change probably wouldn't sway me off, but 3 for 30, I love. Age factors in too, man, because like, what is he, 24? And look at a lot of
24.
these.
He's
Yeah, a
24
lot of
years
these.
old.
Look at it,
Like,
some of these guys' age. Like
yeah, and the same thing too. If you franchise tag him, I believe the contract would be around $14 million plus. So
yeah, that's half of a 3 for 30. So
yeah,
like you're better off trying to just lock him in for his prime. So yeah, Jerry says bring up the running back stats for this year, better indicator. Yeah, I don't disagree, but then you gotta then take that and put it next to their contracts, and it's just more than I can do while live. But I do agree that there are better formulas out there. I do. Um, but Jerry chimes in and he does say it should be above Kamara. Kamara, yeah, 12 and a quarter mil. Yeah, that's not aging well,
the Kamara contract's not aging well, and I don't think he's gonna get 12. I honestly don't. He'll probably look at the Kamara contract and be like, "This is what he's making. I'm better than that." But the Jets are gonna have a lot of money, are they going to be willing to spend it on a running back? Brees is young, yes. I think that $11 million contract plus will get him. 11 million change will get him to stay. Because I think he fits this offense really well. I think he does want to be here. I know there were rumors about him wanting to get traded by the deadline and stuff like that. I think he was just pissed off that his friends were getting traded away. But for him to come back and play the way he's been playing since the trade deadline, I think he's earned himself an extension here. I think he's perfect for the offense, and he's going to help out a young quarterback so much for the years to come. Give the young guys, give the kids stability for a young quarterback by having a legit running back one, wide receiver one. I think the Jets need to do what they can to try to keep him, but don't blow the budget for him. Don't give him like a $15 million contract to stay here. That's crazy. But 11 and change would be something I would go to.
And I took it down, but like the Kamara deal aged so poorly because, bro, like 22 of the 24 million was guaranteed. Like,
yeah,
most
it's all
of
about
it
the
was,
guarantees too.
It is. So yeah, I do have another question or two that we can roll through, but I think we'll just table those for now. We have a guy coming in. We have a caller already. Are you down for that, Ryan?
Hell yeah!
All right, let's do it, man. A fellow content creator. You guys know him, I'm sure, down in the chat. If you think you do, post it now. But without further ado, let's bring him out, see what his thoughts were on today's matchup. Maybe he has thoughts around the league. I know, Ryan, you're a around the league guy as well. Let's bring him out and see what he has to say. The one, the only, Charles Gorman.
Hey, Ward, what's up? Hey,
How
Dana, what's up?
How's it
Good.
going?
I watched the game today, mostly at my father's house. I was at my parents' house today. I thought Aaron Glenn did some bad decisions. I mean, going for it on fourth down early in the second half was stupid. I mean, you're only down by 3 points. I understand the record-wise, but your defense was playing well. I thought the defense didn't really play too bad today. I thought Tyrod was efficient despite throwing an interception. But I'm not going to blame the fumble on Brees. There were a bunch of people all over him. Plus, I thought he had a great game, especially in terms of receiving yards. I mean, he had a hell of a game in terms of receiving the football today. So, but obviously, the Jets lose yet again. They're 2-9 on the year. Obviously, it has not been a good year. But I'm currently watching the Rams and Buccaneers game right now. Can you believe Matthew Stafford now has 30 touchdowns to just 2 interceptions this year?
Jesus. And people were terrified that he was going to be hurt because of his back. He was going to have issues with his back all season this year.
Well, he's having a hell of a season.
Yeah. Oh, man. I would take that in a heartbeat for the Jets right now.
Charles, would you take Breece Hall or Kyron Williams next year?
Well, Kyron Williams is I think he's been in the league the same amount of time as Breece, but I think Breece Hall has a lot of upside, so I'd stick with Breece. Kyron Williams is good though. That I will say. Kyron Williams is a good running back. That I will say. I know the Colts lost today. I watched the rest of the game. Their offense did not play up to their potential in this game. They did not step up when they had to. I thought they got way too conservative down the stretch. But hey, they're 8-3. They're still in first place in their division. I know the Jaguars won. I know the Texans beat the Bills. They sacked Josh Allen 7 or 8 times on Thursday night.
Their defense is very good. Him look bad, man. He threw a pick 6. He just did not look comfortable at all in that game.
Charles, do you think if the Colts draw the Chiefs again in the playoffs that they'll have a better showing than they did today?
Well, I don't think it cares. It doesn't matter where they play the Chiefs, whether it's at Kansas City or in Indianapolis. You got to be more consistent offensively. You got to I mean, Daniel Jones wasn't the reason why they lost, but they need to stop being too conservative at the wrong place at the wrong time. That was but what I will say is that the Giants they blew another 10-point lead to the Lions, but Jahmyr Gibbs is a hell of a football player. He really is. Didn't he come from Alabama?
Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't know if he was Alabama.
But he's a very good running back.
Oh, yeah.
He's fast. He ran for over 200 yards today, man. That's for damn sure.
And he's another running back that can come out of the backfield. Great receiver as well. The guy can do everything.
The Lions got two good running backs, Montgomery and him. And they have a good offensive line. They have a good team. Dan Campbell's a very good coach. I know the Bears won today. Gibbs was Bama. Okay.
Yep. I just saw that.
But it's been an interesting week to that match. I mean, funny enough, yesterday I wanted to watch the Notre Dame game they played earlier in the day, and they destroyed Syracuse 70-7.
Yeah, they did, and they ran the ball for 15 yards a carry.
If the Jets don't re-sign Breece Hall, which I hope they do for their sake and for the fans' sake, they better get Jeremiah Love because he's a special running back.
Are you going to take him that high, though? If the Jets are picking around like 4 or 5, are you taking him at 5? I'd rather go with the receiver there.
I'm not saying they should take him as soon as they get their pick in the first round. But what I'm saying is if the Jets choose to move on, let's say Breece Hall rushes for at least 1,000 yards this year, which he should be able to. The Jets have done a mostly good job run blocking this year in terms of their offensive line play. But if the Jets decide to still move on from Breece Hall, I would suggest going after Jeremiah Love. I'm not saying like if the Jets, let's say they go their first pick in the draft is the 4th or 5th pick in the draft, I'm not saying take him right away. I'd still like if the Jets, let's say, move on from John Simpson, I'm going to get another offensive lineman. I would go look for a quarterback of the future. I would go try to get another wide receiver, somewhere around that range.
I'd agree with that, yeah.
I know a lot of Jet fans want Mendoza. Supposed to be really damn good. I know his brother's the backup for some oddball reason.
What have you seen of the quarterbacks thus far, Charles? Have you seen either Mendoza, Dante Moore, or Ty Simpson play at all?
I've seen CJ Carr play. He looks like a fine quarterback. But the thing is, he's good, but I would probably give him another year or two.
Carr is probably going to come out next year, I believe. He's going to be really good. The quarterback class next year is going to be legit. They're going to be very, very good next year, especially with like the Ohio State quarterback Sayin coming out next year. He's going to be very, very. He's probably going to be the best one in the class.
Yeah, Sayin from Ohio State does look good.
I know. Is Jeremiah Love entering this draft or no? Not Jeremiah Love. I'm sorry, Jeremiah Smith.
No, he'll go out next year.
Oh, he'll come in next year. I know a lot of Jet fans love him too.
Yeah, I know the one receiver from Ohio State, Carnell Tate's going to be in this one.
Really? Is he supposed to be pretty good? I know they destroyed Rutgers yesterday, which shouldn't surprise anybody.
As of now, I think he's the second-ranked receiver in the draft, behind the guy from what's the kid's name? He's the second-ranked wide receiver in the draft, Carnell Tate, and then the guy from USC, Lemon, is ranked 3rd.
Lemon?
Yeah.
I'll look him up when I get the chance. But yeah, man, I mean, this week has been interesting. Obviously, we got Thanksgiving, by the way. If I don't hear from you guys, I just want to say happy, healthy, and safe Thanksgiving to you, your friends, and your family.
Thank you very much. Right back at you.
Thank you, Charles.
And I just learned it's funny. I remember I just learned on Instagram that Matt O'Leary finally got married. So congrats to Matt O'Leary. I know Ryan was there. I know Richie was there. I know Jake Asman was there. I emailed Matt O'Leary yesterday. I'm sure he'll get back to me eventually. But congrats to Matt O'Leary. Anyways, have a great Thanksgiving, guys. Stay safe and God bless.
You as well, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well, and to you, family.
Charles, always a pleasure. I want to ask you, Jets get a home game next week, and they have Bijan Robinson coming in. What do you think?
Ooh,
What do you think of that?
he's a very good football player. I like him a lot. I really fucking do. I know when I talked about the Falcons on my channel, a couple of people call him the best running back in football. I think the best running back in football this year is Jonathan Taylor. I think he's that damn good of a football player. But Bijan Robinson, he's a damn good football player. He's an excellent, excellent football player. And I know Kirk Cousins will be playing because Michael Penix is out for the rest of the season, which sucks, I think. Trying to think here. I think he's got ACL surgery to get through, which sucks, believe me. But it's going to be a tough task for the Jets considering how good the offensive line Atlanta has. I didn't think Tyrod was that bad today. I thought he was mostly efficient. I like Mechie. I think Mechie's a keeper. Donnie Mitchell, I think, made some nice catches. Mason Taylor looks good. But we shall see, man. We shall see. I think it's going to be an interesting matchup. I know Jeff Ulbrich wants to get his revenge, but we shall see, man. We shall see.
Yeah, I want to see Sauce Gardner cover Drake London.
I get the joke. But that Azari Thomas hasn't really played that bad for the Jets.
No, he you know what? He's aggressive. I think he's going to find his way. He's going to find the line of how aggressive he can be. Worse picks have been made. He is not one of them. I do want to see his story play out. Charles, as I want to see yours play out, sir. You swat away the naysayers in the chat like I don't even know. Nobody's business, brother. I appreciate you, man. We'll see you next week, okay?
You too, man. God bless.
God bless, brother. There's your first Chaos in the Zone Jets Ward caller of the night. How did you feel about that call in, Ryan?
I love it. I love hearing from Charles. He knows what he's talking about. He does a good job. And always positive too. It's always cool. I love it.
It is because you know how hard it is, A, to call in. B, like a to call in, like, hey, is there a booger on my face? Is there something on the back wall? Like, what are people gonna kill me for in this call? No, he hammers that home, man. He kills it. But then he calls in and he's got the chat just swarming him, man, like flies on shit,
man.
dude.
I was looking at the side, just seeing some of the comments. I'm like, God damn.
You know what? There's backstory. Let me just say there's backstory there. But I am not on either side. I am just a bipartisan, whatever. I'm Switzerland, bro. Okay. But
You're
I also
neutral. You're neutral.
I cannot neglect the chat either. So I do throw a few up there. He sees them, and guess what? He just keeps going, man. They don't phase him. They don't phase him. You gotta love Charles. As Alan chimes in, or Double A, as we I think are supposed to call him, he, I assume, is on quarterback watch for the Jets. He says, "Let's go Falcons." Ryan, I want to ask you that because that is such a large topic of conversation in the Jet fan base. How hard should we be rooting for this team now that we've lost a ninth game?
God, 10 consecutive losing seasons. It's insanity. I understand the want for a quarterback in this draft, the Mendoza, Simpson, but man, I can't root against my team. I can't. And I'm not going to tell people how to root and everything. You can root however you want, but I want to see them win. I would love to see them win out and everything. I know it's probably not the best of the team for the quarterback run and picking in the middle rounds, but you got 2 first-round picks this year. Build up talent. The quarterbacks in next year's draft, in my opinion, are going to be much better. And let's say we do lose out. Maybe we'll win one more game and stuff like that. Who's to say the Titans, who are probably going to pick first, don't trade out with I don't know, the Cardinals or something, who are probably going to be moving on from Kyler Murray, and they get Mendoza. And then another team, we might be picking third. The Saints shock everyone and take Ty Simpson. And then Mendoza then Moore goes back to college. Are you going to trust taking Nussmeier at pick 3? No. Are you going to take Maivea from USC? I don't even think he's coming out this year. Drew Allar is going to be a 5th round pick probably because of the injury. So I think we're in a tough position because I think the Jets are going to be picking around 4 or 5. I think we're going to win one or two more games. So Mendoza, or when I've seen people say he's like Kirk Cousins, I'm like, am I going to want to draft like a Kirk Cousins type of player for the New York Jets, who earlier in his career he was good, but he never really won anything? Mendoza's interesting. I would like Mendoza if the Jets were there to get him, but next year's class is going to be so much better. So I think you try to build up the weapons. Imagine getting Carnell Tate and then Kenyon Sadiq from Oregon, or Lemon and Sadiq as just weapons around, double tight end sets. Sadiq can block too and is a monster down the seam. Building up weapons this year and then get your quarterback next year. Re-sign Brees and have like let's say, I know Mariota is not going to be a popular name as like a bridge quarterback, but like a Mariota, or you trade for like a Malik Willis or something like that from Green Bay. There's or a Tanner McKee from Philadelphia, who's a big name as well. So I think this quarterback class, a lot of people are high on Simpson and Mendoza, but what happens if Simpson can go back in college? Hell, they just killed Penn State this past week. He didn't even have a touchdown pass. He had 2 interceptions and stuff like that. So he hasn't been playing great these past couple of weeks. So he might want to go back to college too. And then you're left with Mendoza, Nussmeier, Allar, Carson Beck. Is he going to tickle your fancy? I don't know.
Hey, you know what? Don't ask me what tickles my fancy. That's a whole nother show on this program.
I got you.
But I will say, you said 2 things that interested me, Ryan. One of them was Kenyon Sadiq.
I love Sadiq.
Dude, I am enamored. Like, I'm sorry, I'm biased, but I don't even think you have to be. Just watch the kid play. And the other was Mariota, man.
He's still proven that he can play. I know the Commanders haven't been winning much, but he hasn't been the problem there.
Look at the quarterback list, though, of options we have. Daniel Jones, probably not going to be an option. Aaron Rodgers, not going to be an option. Zach Wilson, come on.
Do you trade for Mac Jones?
No, like, come on, man. Not if you can sign Mariota. They're in the same vein. If Marcus leaves Washington, and I don't know if he does, if they extend him because of his value and a banged up Jaden Daniels, I don't know, but I think he's on a short list for us. I do, and he's not one that I would be, him or Tyrod. I think I'd take Mariota.
I think Tyrod retires at the end of the season anyway. Honestly,
you're the second person to say that on this show in 48 hours, bro. So I'm starting to believe you guys.
He's always injured. He's been injured multiple times this year. Man, I don't know, man. So Mariota, I wouldn't mind. I like Mariota. He'd be a good mentor. Like, let's say you sign Mariota and then draft a Drew Allar in the 5th round. All right, a guy who, if he were to come out last year, everybody's like, oh, Allar is a top quarterback. Go get him. And this year, he was top quarterback until some of the mistakes he made against Oregon. It seems like everybody turned on him then. Then the injury happened, and now he's looked at as a 5th or 6th round pick.
What say you? We got a comment here from Adirondack Fly Guy, or A Fly Guy, as we call him in these parts. He says, I'd rather have Minshew over any free agent quarterback. Thoughts on Gardner Minshew coming to the Jets this offseason?
That's an interesting one. I've heard that too. Minshew, he'd be an interesting option. He's a gunslinger and he's gonna make the games fun and stuff like that. I think he'd be a fun one. I think he'd handle New York too. So I'd be interested in seeing him here. So I wouldn't mind. My
Fair.
worry is that the Jets aren't going to go after a quarterback in free agency. They're going to miss out on Mendoza or something in the draft, and then we're going to have Justin Fields as our starter next year. Justin Fields and then like Brady Cook as our backup, who we haven't seen at all. That's my biggest worry. Or they do trade for Mac Jones, and he's not good.
Yeah, not good away from Kyle Shanahan. Hopefully, what he learned sticks. But who knows? I want to get to the comments again. Infrared chimes in. He says, I can't believe you brothers up top even watched the game. What a waste of fucking time. I worked on my car instead. Um, I don't know what to say to that, Ryan, but hey, we have a show, Infrared, simply because we did watch the game. Would you rather us not be live?
Nah, Infrared, you're good, man. Yeah, my daughter was even laughing at the Jets when she was watching. She's 4 and she already knows that they stink. But dude, they're my team. I gotta watch. Even hell, I watched every game during the Adam Gase years, and they were
Yeah.
miserable.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna watch, even if they suck. I'm gonna watch them. Just
Believe it or not, I watched every Zach Wilson start.
so did I. Oh,
You know what, Infrared? I'm just kidding you, man. Like, bro, dude, it for me. It's a matter of expectations.
Mhm.
Zach's tenure was so difficult because you didn't know what you were going to get week to week. Today, I think, was very easy to know what was going to happen, like, which made it easier to see happen. Now we didn't get blown out, but we were a 13 and a half point dog. And guess what? We lost by 13 points.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone around here was predicting a win. And trust me, I poll all you guys on Friday nights. Nobody picked the Jets. Maybe Chris. I'm sorry, Chris B. I can't remember. You might have picked the Jets, actually. The rest of us, though, thought it'd be about a 2-score game. The only shitty thing is, I would say the first half felt like we were going to cover that spread, and we might have, but I mean, like, heavily cover it. Yeah, so they did kind of pull the wool over our eyes a little bit. I do have, I'm just here at the bottom, so there might be more goodies, but I do have one right now. Johnny Boy of Jets Worldwide on YouTube chimes in. He wants to know, now with the season completely done, do we start Brady Cook and really see if Tanner can develop a rookie quarterback? Ooh, is it that time for you, Ryan of the Jets Ward?
No, I don't think it's time to start him yet. I still want to see Tyrod out there to see what we got out of these younger guys. I think we're seeing a lot out of Mechie, which I liked today. He was getting wide open, having a competent quarterback back there. AD Mitchell was looking solid. My worry is that you put Brady Cook in there and we don't see any improvement. Like, he's a rookie. He was an undrafted rookie for a reason. So they're trying to ease him into it, trying to get him into that backup role later. I don't think it would benefit him or the Jets at this point putting in Brady Cook.
Nah, I am with you. I want to see him. I don't want to see him so long that he can start well and finish bad. Like, I want to expose him just long enough to get a confidence building couple starts and then boom, off season. Because like so much of the time we don't do that. Let's just give this kid a little bit to work into the off season and be confident about, and that's it. So I'm kind of the mind of Tarod until like Christmas. I'm sorry, but
If he makes it
Christmas.
that long, if he makes it that long.
If he makes it that, I mean, if he doesn't, that is an interesting question for me. Do I go, back to Fields or do I go to Cook? But yeah, I want to see like 2.5 to 3 games of Cook, maybe even 2 to 3 games. Is that kind of where you're at with the amount?
I would want to put him, if we're gonna start him, I'd want to put him in against an easier opponent. I don't think starting him next week. Who are we playing next week?
Atlanta at home.
I don't want to put him in Atlanta. They have solid pass rushers, young, hungry guys out there. Ulbricht's gonna want to feast on this team, so he's gonna blitz nonstop. So I wouldn't want to put him into like the fire right away. Okay. And then I don't want to, then there's Miami. They've been playing a little bit better. The team I would want him to play him against is the Saints. Give him the Saints, see what he can do out there. Have Tyrod play the Falcons, the Dolphins, and the Jaguars. If we lose these 3, have Brady Cook start against the Saints. The Patriots are probably going to be sitting their starters because they're probably going to clinch the playoffs in the division by this point. And the Bills, you don't know what they're going to be doing. So I would start Brady Cook if the Jets continue to lose. Start him the last 3 games. See what you got in him then. But I would start him against a weaker team like the Saints.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's not a bad one either because he's going against another rookie quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Shuck versus Cook. That'll be a barn burner. They might even flex it to Monday night. I'm not sure. Don't quote
yeah,
me.
right?
Yeah. Oh boy. It's funny. Sidebar. I have Bo Nix in fantasy football. And like everybody's got 5 leagues. I try to only talk about one when I do. So I'm talking about my main league. I have Bo Nix bye week, and it was either roll JJ McCarthy out there, the corpse of Skull, or Tyler Shuck, man. And I went Shuck, and let me just say, thank God my matchup was wrapped up before he started.
Oh yeah. JJ McCarthy was awful today. So bad. And like I'm in 2 leagues right now, and I had Joe Burrow for both. That's my quarterback. So yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's been a rough one this year.
Condolences.
It's been awful. And then I had Jackson Dart, who was playing very well. Then he got hurt. So I'm like, all right, damn. Then I picked up Mills for last week and Tyrod for today. And I'm like, there's no quarterbacks left. So it's like,
no,
it's rough.
Shuck got me 9 points. Last week I had McCarthy. He got me 8.
Oh my God.
The week before I had Bo Nix, he got me 7.8. So if I could just figure out who to start and when, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going Nix the rest of the way, baby. Go Ducks.
Well, I was so pissed off because I have Jameson Williams on my team. And I benched him the last 2 or 3 weeks and he goes off, and I had Wandale Moore in there. And I'm like, all right, I'm benching the Giants receiver Wandale Moore or Robinson? Robinson.
Yeah.
And I benched Robinson because he wasn't doing anything the last couple of weeks. And then I put Jameson Williams in, 0 points today. Didn't do anything. And then Robinson has 20 plus. I'm like, what the hell?
It's rough. Fantasy is such a crapshoot, I will say. Yeah, it's been a rough year. I'm defending champ, and now I'm like 11th out of 14. So
I was 5th last year, and I'm like last now.
Dude, imagine this. Last week, I was 4th in scoring, but 14th. out of 14 teams. Like, yeah, dude. No, don't get me started, man. Bad beats galore. I don't have Joe Burrow, but I do have Jamar Chase, who wanted to pull a Keith Hernandez and spit on Kramer,
And then lie about it.
and then lie about it.
Oh
So
my gosh.
thankfully, I still won. But you know what? T. Higgins concussion. I'm hoping Jamar Chase comes back with a fury next week, because Flacco's been favoring Higgins, if you ask me.
Oh yeah. He's been favoring Higgins. Higgins is a big guy down there, red zone threat, so he's going to get his touches. Noah Fant has been solid for them too. He's been getting a lot of targets there. And man, the Bengals have so many weapons. Too bad their defense is just trash.
Yeah. You know what? Too bad, but guess what? They made their freaking bed.
That's valid. Valid.
You know what? While we have a beat here, I just wanted to, chat. You guys are killing it down there. There's 17 of you on YouTube watching. I appreciate you
Hell
guys
yeah.
chilling with us, man. Sunday night, chaos.
Hit
in
that
the
like
zone.
button when you're in here, guys. Subscribe to the channels. We appreciate
And
you and love that you guys are here
please-
with us.
Please check the description. You will find Ryan's multiple channels. He's got YouTube. You guys love YouTube. Hit that. He's got TikTok. He's got Twitter. He's got everything, man. Plug into him, or just click Ryan Ward in the title of the show as well. It'll take you there. Yeah, like Ryan said too, spike the like button. Yeah, man, we're just chilling. We want to hear from you guys. Call-in line is opened. We are just hitting an hour. I can't promise how long we'll go, but I will say that we'll go longer if you call in or if you pose good questions in the live chat. So if you're having fun, just do one of those two things. Doesn't even have to be call in. Just pose some good nuggets, and we got you, man. Ryan, what around the league? Let me ask you this: Shador last week came in. He was 4 for 16. He was cooked by everybody in the media except Justina Anderson.
Can you hear me? Oh, there you are.
Mic check.
You're good.
Hey, all right. Where did you last hear me not speak crazy?
I heard
The
the
intro.
Shador getting cooked by the media.
Yes, everybody except Justina Anderson, of course. But do you feel like his actual first start did better? Did you see any of that?
I watched a little bit. I've been high on Shador. I do like him. He had a beautiful, beautiful deep bomb today. That really, really impressed Myles Garrett. They were showing that a lot on the sidelines. But I felt bad for Shador last week when he got thrown in because he didn't take any snaps with the starting team at all. And I've listened to Cam Newton talk when he was in the league about the backup quarterbacks at least get some starting reps with the starting team just in case they do go in. Shador hasn't been getting any. So I think Stefanski really set him up to fail. I don't think Stefanski's long for that job anyway. I think he's still a great offensive mind. But Shador, I think, is going to be much better than people think. He's a first-round talent that got picked in the 5th round. Honestly, a lot of people were worried about his behavior and stuff like that, but I don't think he's been awful off the field. I know Rex Ryan's killed him multiple times and stuff like that, but I think he's going to perform good. I think he gives them a better chance than Dylan Gabriel did. So
That's what my next question, actually, Modine's next question. He said that he was pounding the table for the Jets to draft him for peanuts. He will be better. and I quote, than Mendoza, Ty Simpson, and Dante Moore. Thoughts on that?
I think Shador, once he fell past the third round, I would have taken him. I think I didn't want him in the first. My quarterback that I really wanted was Jackson Dart. He was my favorite one coming into the draft. Shador, the biggest worry was, you're gonna draft him and then have to deal with his dad? But I see the comment up here, first round talent is hilarious. He was on a lot of people's draft boards. He was a first round talent. A lot of people had him going in the first round,
You
and
are
some had him going to the
speaking,
Jets.
just a heads up, Matthew Smith is our resident Cam Ward truther. Does that sway your comments at all, Ryan?
No, because Cam Ward was looked at as being the best quarterback in this draft. The big three were him, Shador, and Jackson Dart. We knew Cam Ward was going to get picked first. Then it was an argument: should it be Jackson Dart or Shador? I thought Shador would have went to the first round. I thought he would have been picked by the Steelers, honestly. So once he started falling past the second, past the third, I would have been like, hell, I'll take him in the fourth round.
Bear with me one second, but you know what, Shador for a fifth rounder, I am down for it as well. Too late. Instead, we took Francisco Mauigoa or Tyler Barron or fill in the blank. You know, they're massive impact players.
To be
so.
fair, Maui Goa has been playing a lot better. And Tyler Barron is there. Just there. He's not.
Tyler Barron is there.
He's a healthy
Yes.
scratch today.
Yeah. Mauigoa did have a key penalty today, but the rest of the time he has played better of late.
He's played better. The ones that are killing me are players that have been here. Isaiah Oliver with a killing penalty, opening up the second half. Adams again. Can this guy just go away? Can they just get rid of him? Like,
Tony,
he's awful.
He is awful. He wasn't. I didn't feel like he was awful under Saleh, but ever since, I'm over it, man. I am over it. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I extended too much to him when we had Saleh. I kind of, because I mean, I saw the $600,000 salary for a starting caliber safety. I loved, but yeah, under Glenn, I'm over it, man. I'm over it. Let's just put it that way. If I haven't said it 6 times, yes, I'm saying it now. Find a safety this offseason. Find 2, find 3. And you know what? Who knows? If we drafted Shador Sanders, would we have had 2 less games of Fields this year? I don't know, but I feel like the fan base
think
would have
so.
been. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much the fan base impacts things, but I think that a lot of people would have been intrigued both in and outside of that building to see Shador get some time.
I think, and that you brought up a big question too, or I had a question I'd pose to you. You say get a safety. There's some solid safety players coming up in this draft. Do you go with the Ohio State one, Downs, early in this draft? Do you go defensive? Let's say you miss out on Mendoza and Simpson. And you're happy with the receivers you got? Do you go defense? Arvell Reese, Caleb Downs, things like that.
That is so tough. So
Because
tough, man.
I did a mock draft, a defensive-minded mock draft, like worst-case scenario. I had the Jets taking Arvell Reese, the outside linebacker, edge rusher, and his partner and his teammate, Sonny Styles, the middle linebacker, because I think our linebacking core, and this was based off of the Jets not re-signing Quincy and not happy with Jamie Sherwood if they traded him. I think bringing in Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles would be an amazing one. And then Caleb Banks, the defensive end or defensive tackle, third round. And then getting your safety in the second round as well, the guy from Oregon.
You know what I would need to see, and it's a cop out. I'm staying it up front. It's a cop out, but what I would need to see before deciding that is our free agency. Can you promise me a quarterback with a can you promise me a quarterback with a floor higher than we had this year? Because like if the floor of that room is brought up to just a tick above Tyrod play, way above Fields play, then I'll probably sign up for rounding out the defense like Mo suggests here, mostly in 2026. Because, bro, we have 4 picks in the first 45.
Think it this way. Think about this. Let's say our free agency starts off with signing Tyler Linderbaum if the Ravens are dumb enough to let him go. And then you sign Marcus Mariota to be a bridge quarterback. So there you got that. You re-sign John Mechie. You have your 3 receivers. Arian Smith takes a step forward. Mason Taylor takes a step forward. Maybe you sign another backup tight end, better than what you got in Jeremy Ruckert and the ghost of Stone Smart, because we never see him anymore out there, or Jelani Woods, if he's even a real person. So you sign a tight end. You re-sign Simpson this offseason. AVT walks. You sign Linderbaum to be the center. Tippmann's your right guard. Then you focus on defense. You get an Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles in the first round. Then add Thieneman from Oregon, the safety, and a defensive tackle, Amari Washington from Oregon, let's say. I like the Oregon defense. And then you get a Nick Harbor, wide receiver in the later rounds, who can play both tight end or receiver, who's like a track athlete. And then next year, you get your quarterback. You have 3 first-round picks next year. You get your quarterback. You get Jeremiah Smith, depending on where you're picking. You get all these different players in the first round to build off of. Next year could be your offensive year where you get Jeremiah Smith with your first-round pick at receiver. That's your number 2 for years to come. Then you get your quarterback, whether it's Dante Moore if he's there, or Thalen from Ohio State, or the guy from Notre Dame. There's a lot of quarterbacks that you could choose from. Sellers,
Hurts.
if he takes a step forward. There's a lot of different things you guys could do with that, because next year's offensive draft is going to be much better than this year's offensive draft, in my opinion.
Let me ask you this though: if you got to assume that next year, say we do have the draft that you're talking about in 2026, second year in the regime, second year, everything. You got to assume we'll play better. We'll have a few more wins. Even having the 3 first-round picks next year, do you think that that's a mistake, being that our needs will be telegraphed? Everybody and their mother will know we need a quarterback, and we're not picking top 5 next year. Is that a recipe for success, or do you think that we'll be fine because of just how much ammo we have?
I love the amount of ammo we have. Bringing in more talent is very important, whether it's offense or defense. I know the quarterback is the most important position. I get that. But there are teams who have won with not the best quarterback play. Like, nobody thought Jaden Daniels last year, knew what he was going to be. I know he was a rookie last year. But Caleb Williams, everybody thought he's a bust, and he's winning with the Bears right now and stuff like that. Or they're winning. A lot of people will say they're winning in spite of him. Okay? He's been in that system for how long now? And the Bears fans wanted him gone. They would have rather had Justin Fields.
Yeah.
So
what do you say to people like, I'm sorry, I can never figure out if this is Yeti or In Wayne We Trust. Let me know in the comments. But he says, long story short, he's saying he's tired of waiting. He wants a quarterback this year, period.
And I understand that. The frustration is a lot of fans are feeling the same way he is. The worry is, though, is this quarterback class. Let's say the Jets are in a spot to take Mendoza and they get him, and he comes out and he's a complete and utter bust. And then the quarterbacks next year come out and majority of them are awesome. because a lot of people are looking at this quarterback class this year and are saying it's not great. It's not. Mendoza is looking great. Ty Simpson hasn't looked that awesome the past couple of weeks. Moore, like I keep saying, is going to go back to college, in my opinion. Nussmeier, I really like Garrett Nussmeier, but he's an injury-prone quarterback. Drew Allar, a lot of flash, but not a lot of results at this point, because especially with that injury now. Carson Beck freaks everybody out. This quarterback class is so weird to me. So for the people who are tired of waiting, I understand, but you have to be 100% comfortable.
You have to be right.
Yeah, you got to be right. And the Jets are never right with their quarterbacks.
Facts.
Or if they are,
it's not even comfort. It's you got to be right. And
yeah,
like I get it. You comfort. Hopefully, if you're comfortable, that means you're right. But like, I don't even care if you're comfortable. Just draft the right guy.
yeah.
And I just as the chat's cooking, so I'm just gonna throw a few more up here. Modine says drafting quarterback now is a crapshoot, just like in 2027, but you can fill many holes on defense. Crapshoot the quarterback pick next year and fill many holes. I don't know what you're saying here, Murph, or Mo, but long story short, I think he means take the sure thing players now and then take your swing. And I do get that. I mean, you have 5 first round picks, Mo. What is the difference if you stick and pick Dante Moore hypothetically, and then the other 4 first rounders, you can fill any hole you want. So, like, I don't care about the timing. I just don't want to burn half of the firsts to get one quarterback, and then maybe get a bust, and then all of a sudden, all 5 picks, you don't have as much as you thought you were going to get. Just I don't know. I'm hoping a quarterback falls to us in the top 10 that we can make work, and then we have 4 other picks to literally add foundational players around that guy. Now that's probably best case scenario, aside from like hitting on one with the Colts pick, but come on now. But again, like a lot of people want to trade up for Mendoza, and they want to trade up 2 1s and a 2 to do it. That is a good scenario, assuming Mendoza pans out. I like sticking and picking Moore or someone else there, because then you can just do it again the next year, and it's not like, and that is cheaper than what you guys want to give up for Mendoza. 2 1s and a 2. Why don't you stick and pick Moore? If it doesn't work, you stick and pick someone next year, and it's cheaper. So like that's my theory. Is that a bad strategy?
I'm always the type of person, I don't want to trade up. I want to keep the assets we have or trade back and acquire more. But I'm looking at the chat and everything, and a lot of them, Modine's right too. This is a much better defensive draft than offensive. And I'm always big with taking the sure thing as well. The offensive draft next year is so enticing. And Hazel says here, Mendoza looks mid. He scares me because this whole quarterback class, he looks like the best one, but then Ty Simpson comes along, and a lot of people are like, oh, he can read in defense better. He's doing this. He can do this. The starts. He doesn't have all the starts that he has. He's been a backup before for like 2 years behind guys. And now he's coming out and he's playing well, yeah. But the last couple of weeks, he hasn't looked great. Against Penn State, they won in spite of him. The offense didn't need to do anything. The defense was better and stuff like that. So you got to get lucky on these quarterbacks. That's the biggest thing. And would you trade some of the draft capital that we do have for a starting caliber quarterback already? I know there's been Burrow buzz and stuff like that, or Trevor Lawrence buzz. I would think it would be more likely for a CJ Stroud. Give the kid an offensive line like we have, and I would love to see where he goes. He has a relationship with Garrett Wilson too.
If that's a question for me, No. Um, no, for a lot of reasons, but the first of which is the whole benefit of taking one is having 4 to 5 years cheap, develop them. Half the guys you mentioned are either making $50 million already, or they will be if they pan out soon. When Garrett's making money, and I don't know, man. I don't see an answer being another man's trash for this franchise. Like I don't see a savior coming that someone else didn't want. I don't believe it, man. I think if we're going to get a savior or even a top 15 quarterback perennially, we have to go find them. We have to take them. We have to develop them. Like, call me crazy, man, but like, I'm over the trade fours, and because like anyone we trade for or whatever always ends up being a diluted version of themselves here. So I am against that. But if the price was right, I could do that with I would be open to doing it for a bridge, you know? If Kirk Cousins gets cut and we can sign him exactly how Pittsburgh signed Russell Wilson and got to pay him nothing. I would do that with Kirk Cousins.
I don't trust
Maybe
Kirk Cousins.
I'm just saying as a bridge, and it doesn't have to be your only bridge. Like you can double dip. But like short of that, I'm not I'm not a fan of finding like I get turning over every rock, every stone, whatever, but I just been around too long to think that our answer is there. I want to know we're drafting a quarterback, approach an entire offseason in that mentality, scouting them, poring over the film like I plan to do this spring, next spring even, and then choosing who we want, who fits us best. That I look forward to. Try not to rob me from it, people. Like that's all I'm asking. Ryan, I want to get your thoughts on what I just said. Also, I want to give you the distinct honor of being left with my chat for 30 seconds. I think you can manage, but I want to see how hard this chat can make it for you. So buy me 30 seconds, brother.
I
Talk to
got
me
you.
though.
I'm looking through some of them. A
All
lot of
right.
them are talking about Mendoza. Very intelligent kid. He's tough as heck. I like Mendoza a lot. The thing, the thing with him is he somebody you rely on? Is he somebody who's going to be able to manage this offense? I think he's good, but there's a type of guy that's out there. I think for the Eagles, Tanner McKee, I would trust more than Mendoza at this point. That's if they went with Mendoza, I'd understand. Those need to be worth number 1, 20, baby. If Mendoza is intelligent, why are you getting sacked a lot? Well, Wild Chew, I see your question. If Mendoza is so intelligent, why is he getting sacked a lot? Offensive line, man. That's the biggest thing. It's the same thing with CJ Stroud. The Houston Texans offensive line is awful. That's why he was getting hit so much. Joe Burrow, too, for the past years. They are garbage in there. That's the thing. Like, if you don't have an offensive line, you're going to get hit. Josh Allen the other night, bad offensive line play, he got killed. I want a dumb guy like Namath who can throw the ball. Hey, if you can throw for many yards, get us open, get us wins, I'll take it. I don't care. That's he holds the ball way too long. That's the biggest thing with quarterbacks that we have now. Tyrod holds the ball too long. Justin Fields holds the ball too long. I think Mendoza can manage. Simpson's an interesting one in my opinion. I think Simpson could be one that is a quicker processor of the ball. I think he can be very interesting. It's the amount of starts, though. Ooh, danger zone. Sadiq and Mason Taylor. I would love that. That would be great. Get me Sadiq in the first round. Get me Arvell Reese the first pick, and then Kenyon Sadiq later. That would be awesome. Justin Herbert, 206 sacks taken. Yeah, he's been getting beat up too because both of his tackles are out this year. They're out for the season. It's been crazy. Gets carried by his team. A lot of people back and forth on Mendoza this year. It's crazy. There's a lot of people who are a fan of his. Then there are some who is like getting carried. Matthew Smith says Mendoza gets carried by the roster around him. He doesn't elevate his team.
You know what? I would be curious to see, and maybe it's happened. I haven't seen it, but I'd like to see Mendoza for a week without Surratt.
Yeah.
Surratt, dude. Well, I mean, I'm an Oregon fan, and I saw Surratt just cook us in the fourth quarter, and I just wonder what that game would be like had he just had, normal college wide receivers, not fuck Surratt. Just he went beast mode, man.
It's. I was telling when you were going, I was telling the chat, I'm like, I trust like a Tanner McKee more than I trust some of the quarterbacks in this draft.
I've been hearing that kid's name a lot. Talk to me about him.
I believe he's 6'6". Every time he's 3-0 every time he started, and he's played with backups when he's played. He's played with backup on his offense because the Eagles have already clinched, and he's beaten teams. He's actually thrown the ball very well. He's got great footwork. He's strong. He's a tough kid, solid arm. Honestly, only 25 years old, 26 years old, and a big guy, very smart, quick processor. I think he'd be perfect for this offense too. Somebody who can get the ball out quick as well. That's somebody who I'd like. Malik Willis is another one. From going to Green Bay and seeing what he's done. Hell, Jordan Love got hurt last week, and Malik Willis came in and first couple plays, he threw a touchdown pass. Like he's the one who moves around the pocket too.
I do like Malik Willis. I do. Tanner McKee is just not on my radar. I need him to be. I need to check him out. Also, if Joe Douglas and company is parting with him, maybe I will take a stab because I'm already like taking victory laps over what happened today with Xavier Gibson. Why not take a second victory lap? If Tanner McKee can pan out, I'd be happy.
Well,
You know
it's
what?
the same thing too. They drafted Kyle McCord later in the draft too. So why? Well, now you have him and Tanner McKee, who's shown a lot of promise over there, and Jalen Hurts. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you got to do something with one of them as Hurts stays healthy. You know what I've missed, man, and I feel bad. We got some super chats I want to get to, if that's cool with you. You got
yeah.
a few more? Okay.
Yeah, I got a couple more for you.
All right. Jesus Jerry says, you can't sell a bridge quarterback to the fans again for 2026. 299 Australian thousands he submitted, and he says, no, man, we need a real guy next year. Quick thoughts on that. Is that accurate? Do they care? Because we'll all still be here in 2027, or at least 90% of us. What do you think of Jerry sounding off and saying, bullshit, man, we need a real guy?
I honestly think you could. I think Woody Johnson really enjoys Aaron Glenn. I think he's got him. He's probably told Aaron Glenn, you're good for the next couple of years. They gave him this monster contract too. I think you can convince Woody Johnson to be okay with getting another backup or bridge quarterback, especially if you build up the defense or the offense. You get a Arvell Reese and then a Denzel Boston in the first round, or a Bell from Louisville, or you do it the other way, Mekhi Lemon and then Sonny Styles, and build up this team, get weapons, get what you need, get a solid center like Linderbaum in the offseason to be your anchor at the center. Tippmann stays at right guard. re-sign John Simpson, re-sign Brees. And then in the next year where the offensive players are much better, you get your quarterback and you say you get a Julian Sayin who looks legit, or a Carr who looks awesome as well, or a Sellers who might look better, because I think Sellers is going back to college too.
You know what? You're cooking on the quarterback class. I want to hit you with another super chat, the same vein. Ab Lab Studios joining in. I know you from Green Beans channel. Appreciate you swinging over to the Danger Zone here every Friday and Sunday night. Stop by anytime. Don't even have to super chat. Just chop it up with us. But appreciate this one. $10. They chime in and they say, we can't miss on quarterback. Can't take one in 2026 for the fan base. If he ain't there, don't reach. Fill out the roster. Take one in 2027. We've hit this a lot the past hour, but AbLab's joining us late. I just want your thoughts on this. If that's the case, if he ain't there, don't reach. Fill out the roster and take it in 2027. I said, hey, that leaves you open to be telegraphed in 2027. Just want to hit that one more time. Thoughts on maybe reaching on one you don't like versus waiting, et cetera, et cetera.
I'll say the San Francisco 49ers reached on Trey Lance, and look how that worked out for them. So that's the biggest thing. You can't reach on a quarterback. And if you feel like you are with Mendoza or a Simpson, just go with the sure thing. Arvell Reese, if he's sitting there, he's the best defensive player in this draft. I know people are going to say Ruben Bain, but Arvell Reese is an outside linebacker / edge rusher. He can come off the blitz. And then the defense is the best part of this draft. They got solid defensive players that are going to work out. Arvell Reese is one. Sonny Styles is one. Theneman, the Oregon safety, is one that's going to be very, very good as well. Peter Woods, if you want to go defensive tackle, but I think our defensive tackles are fine the way they are right now. I think the quarterback worries me in this draft, because especially if the only two sure thing guys are Mendoza and Simpson. And I don't even think they're sure things. That's the biggest thing. You can't reach on a quarterback, especially when the draft is going to be much better for them next year.
And if you do, let's go down that rabbit. Like, if you do, it's got to be a stick and pick guy. You can't trade up
Right.
to just plug a guy in to appease Jesus Jerry. I mean, who needs to appease Jesus Jerry? I mean, Chaos, that's the only one. So yeah, take the right guy, take him at the right time. If you need to take a crack on one, let them come to you and let the value just blow you away. We have 5 first-round picks. I want to spend 1 on a quarterback. If I need to, I'll go to 2. I'm not going to 2 and change when we're this bad. When we're this bad, we're going to be this bad next year. That's 2 top 10 picks. You're telling me you need to spend 3 ones for a quarterback, and you're picking in the top 10 back to back. You got to spend 3 ones. Like, get the hell out of here. Like, I don't know, man. Hey, if Mendoza was Andrew Luck that year, different story. Mendoza, the games he's being lauded over the most, in my opinion, were not games he played 4 quarters of football in. So I question that. That's all.
That's the biggest thing. Like, there are big question marks with these quarterbacks. And in going into this season, were Mendoza and Simpson on anybody's quarterback radar? No, it was Nussmeier, it was Sellers, it was Allar. Like, and now all these guys came out of nowhere, and in some games, yeah, they look great, they look solid, but in most games that I've seen, they've been pretty okay. I don't know, man. This quarterback class really worries me this year. It's nerve-wracking with these guys. I'd much rather go with the defense than or receivers, earlier receivers, like a Lemon or a Carnell Tate.
Carnell Tate's the Buckeye.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a beast. I also would like one of them too. It's interesting though because like I said, we have 4 picks in a top 50, top 45 even. Which way you go? Let me ask you this: if it would be blank if the Jets finish the 2026 draft only having spent a day 3 pick on Drew Aller.
I think it would be a success. And the reason why is because, one, you either got 2 solid defensive players or 1 solid receiver and a solid defensive player in the first round, and then solid offense and defensive players in the second round. I don't even think Aller is going to be I think Aller is going to be a 5th round pick. And if you get him in the 5th round, I think it's great. That's a success to me, because then you're building out the roster, taking a chance on a guy who was highly touted last year, highly touted going into this season. He's got the size, he's got the arm, he's got the talent. It's just coming off the injury, what are you going to get from him? And who knows, if he strikes really well with his offensive line having weapons, then that's a success in my book. Nobody thought Dak Prescott coming out of the 4th round was going to be what he is.
I'm with you. Because I get it. You're looking at the totality of the class. If you're only spending a day 3 pick on an Aller, that means you're getting a haul everywhere else. Hey, if that's the way the class shakes out, that might be the move. Is all I'm trying to say.
I'd also think it's a success too if you get like Nussmeier in the 2nd. He's a guy that I really like because I think he's a gamer. Biggest worry is concern injuries. That's the biggest thing, because he's playing hurt and he does have a tendency to play reckless with the ball, but the guy is a baller, I think. And I think he's been playing hurt, which hasn't been his best this year, but I think he's a really talented kid.
Would you okay, so what if we go into next season with a QB room of Brissett, Aller, and Mike White? What say you?
Brissett, I'm not the biggest fan of Brissett. But if that's our quarterback room and that's our bridge, I'd be okay, because we're going to get a high enough pick to get a great quarterback in the next round. Or you start Aller halfway through or before and he balls out, and then you have your quarterback of the future. So I'd be okay with that.
James Franklin, mid-season interim head coach?
Absolutely not. Nope. As a Penn State fan, I was so happy they fired him.
Penn State fan, guys. Okay, thoughts on Olu Fashanu, his progression. He only played 7 games last season. Now you're seeing a hell of a lot more from him. I do feel like there was a sack or so let up by him today, but regardless
he had a rough
of
day
today,
with Mike Green.
Yeah, regardless of that, like progression of his, what do you think versus progression of Membu? What do you think of the Jets O line? And I want to get into next who you would retain.
I've been very happy with the offensive line, and I was killed earlier this offseason because I did a power ranking of offensive lines, and I had the Jets as like the 10th best offensive line in the league. And the reason for that, this was when AVT was playing, but Olu Fashanu has been awesome. I really like what he's done. He hasn't been like elite, but he's been a very good left tackle. Somebody who keeps getting better. Armand Membu is better than what I thought he was going to be. Tippmann's been an elite right guard. I've been very happy with that. Myers has even been solid, which I was shocked about too. What I would do though is you got to see what you get for AVT. If he's going to accept a short 1-year deal, prove it deal, maybe give it to him and then move Tittman back to center and have out. But that's not what I would really want to do. I would keep Tittman at guard. I think he's a better guard, re-sign John Simpson, and just go after a center, whether it's in the draft or free agency. If you can land Linderbaum, if the Ravens are dumb enough to let him go, if you can land a Linderbaum, your offensive line is going to be elite. I'm telling you that it is. He is either the best or second best center in football. So
would you draft as well?
No. If we got Linderbaum, I would not. Because I would try to re-sign Josh Myers too, just to have that backup stability and everything. But if you can't, you could draft later in the draft, like there's a right guard from Kentucky that I really, really like. A right guard. You could have him come in the 4th round, draft him in the 4th round. Or not Kentucky, Kansas, that I really like. But Linderbaum would be my number 1 free agent target because I think he stabilizes this offensive line and would be awesome. He's got a repertoire with John Simpson already. And I think Tittman would benefit having him too.
Number 1 free agent target, man. Overextending Jeremy Ruckert. That's high praise.
Dude, it was a hard choice, man. Jeremy Ruckert. God. I would hate to lose his dad, Bill Ruckert, too.
Yeah, dude. Beer Shot 21 on Twitter. I mean, Beer Shot. Hey, cheers, Bill Ruckert. Your son's playing better this year. He is.
Oh, he had a rough day today. He was bad. Ruckert was bad today.
You know what? He did not cross my radar, so for that I'm thankful. You know, you're watching the game broadcast. Thank God you don't see it all because, you know, I was too focused on other guys. You know what? Brownlee did not cross my radar much either. I can't say whether he had a bounce back game or not, but you mentioned it earlier. Tony Adams, man, fucking terrible game.
He had an awful game. Isaiah Oliver was Mason Taylor, I wish we saw more of, but the problem was they kept bringing him in to block more because Jeremy Ruckert was not getting it done as a blocking tight end. So that was the issue. I wish we sent him down the seam more often. Man, it's rough. I liked A.D. Mitchell today. I loved Mechie today. I wish I saw more of Arian Smith. They didn't really do much with him today. But that's...
You know, we talked about just totally overhauling the safety room. Ricky New York's spot on. I mean, we have 0 tight ends except Mason Taylor next year. I think we've both mentioned our want for Sadiq in that room. But should we not go that route? I mean, he's going to fall somewhere in between our first round picks, which is tough. I just want to get your thoughts, and I can even bring up the free agency list for you if you'd like. But let me just say this. When I mentioned Sadiq and Mason Taylor versus Andrews and Likely, I did that for a reason. The reason being Andrews and Likely are both in contract years. I don't think the Ravens keep both. They may, but I doubt it. If you can't get a Sadiq, I want to ask you, would you rather pair Mason Taylor with an Andrews or with a Likely? Versus also, is there someone else on the tight end market you'd rather have entirely?
I'd have to take a look at the tight end market. Off the top of my head, I don't really know who's going to be a free agent. But if I had to choose if I didn't have Sadiq, if I had to go with Mark Andrews or Isaiah Likely, I'm going with Isaiah Likely. And the reason for it is he's a completely different type of player than Mason Taylor. He's more of a receiving threat and somebody who could spread out in the bigger slot position. and be a matchup problem, like a Kyle Pitts type of player, which I think Kyle Pitts is a free agent this coming offseason. So he's somebody to watch too, who I'd be happy to get. David and Joker's a fun one.
Here are the unrestricted free agent tight ends, and that's not all of them. That's not all the ones that'll be available, but the unrestricted ones, sorted by how much they got paid this year. So, just a heads up. But hey, Pitts did make the list. Yeah, talk to us when you see this list compared to the scenario I presented.
I would take Likely still as Pitts, Likely, or Noah Fant. I would take one of those guys because they give you something different than what Mason Taylor gives you. Mason Taylor is the prototypical blocking and solid receiving type of tight end. Better blocker than I thought he was going to be coming out. Noah Fant and Pitts and Likely are your receiving threats. And that's the reason why I like Sadiq, because he can block too, but he's more of a receiving threat. And I was actually going to do a mock draft. My first mock draft, I had Sadiq going to the Bucks.
What pick number was that? Do you remember?
Oh, I can pull it up because I think. Let me see.
If you have a mock you want to share, you're allowed to.
Yeah.
We're just chilling here. The chats, there's still 20 down there cooking. I don't know how much time you have, but I'm just hanging out, man. So
I was going to say
like,
I could share my mock draft that I had with you.
Yes, that's what I'm saying too. Feel free.
Let me see if I can share.
You guys in the chat, you want to see Ryan's first round mock draft? Let us know. And spike the like button and subscribe to the Jets Ward on YouTube. The least you can do.
So
this was. Chat? I don't care if you want to see his mock. You're gonna see it anyway.
So, right, my first pick, and this is not the updated ones. I had Ruben Bain going to the Titans. I think they're just going to pick the best defensive player available. That number 2, I had Jordan Tyson going to the Giants. They need a receiver to go with Malik Neighbors, and if Wan'Dale Robinson gets to stay in the slot, I think that would be beneficial. I had Carnell Tate going to the Browns at pick 3. Like I said, it's not updated with the picks. It could change. I had Mendoza going to the Saints at pick 4. The Jets at pick 5. I had getting Ty Simpson as our quarterback.
Slow down. Sorry. Okay. No. That's a top 5. I like that. Let me ask you this.
Yes.
If trades were plausible and Mendoza is there at 4 for the Saints, how hard do the Jets push to swap picks? And does it matter if the Saints identified Mendoza as their guy?
I don't think it matters if the Saints identify him as the guy, they're going with him anyway. So there's nothing the Jets could do. So, Ryan, why you put this evil upon us? Face orange raised eyebrow. I'm so sorry.
Dude, they're geeking though, because I have not done a mock draft on this channel yet. So that's why I slowed you down as well. Now, if the Saints want him, yes, that's not gonna happen. But like, whew, man, if no quarterbacks are taking top 3, that is interesting, man. Especially if we're 5th. Then it doesn't cost 2 1s and a 2. You know what I mean? That changes my stance on the matter, is all I'm saying. Now, will quarterbacks escape the top 3? I don't know, but
I don't know either. That's the biggest thing, because I did this without doing trades. I don't think the quarterbacks will get past pick 3. But if it was just a stick and pick, because I think the Saints are going to be picking higher anyway. But
yeah, but we also, what if Mendoza and Simpson and Moore, or whoever, Mendoza and Simpson, what if they stink down the stretch? Then this is accurate. You know?
Yeah. That's the thing. It's
While Wave chimes in, he says, "Wait, we passed on Reese."
yes. And I think Reese
Oh,
does have a chance to slip in this draft because the people are going to
okay.
see, people are going to think, are you going to focus him as an edge rusher? If you do, then he's going to go higher. If you focus him as a linebacker, an outside linebacker, he's going to slip. It's because it's just the difference of positional rankings for him.
Yeah. Got in a chat. We have about 13 minutes. Hopefully, Ryan, if that's cool, we'll set it down at 2 hours.
Yeah.
Let's get through some other picks. Like, can you take us 6 to 10 now?
Yeah. At number 6, I got the Raiders going offensive lineman Francis Mauigoa. I think their offensive line needs a revamp. I think Mauigoa is the best line tackle in the draft. I think they need to revamp that offensive line to give any quarterback back there a shot. So I almost went Arvell Reese here, but I think the offensive line is more important to them at this point. Then I got Arvell Reese going to the Commanders.
Washington, man, that is a fit.
They need linebacker help. They need any type of defensive help that they can get over there. I think that's going to be the biggest thing for them. Number 8, I got Caleb Downs going to the Rams. Because this was a pick this was a trade that they made. I forget with who. I have the original pick was Mansour Delane. I was going to erase that one, but I have Caleb Downs going to them here. Then next pick, 9, Spencer Fanu. I believe he just got hurt. I didn't update this yet, but I believe he did just get hurt. But Bengals need offensive line help. They're going to go with a tackle. They need anything that they can do to protect Burrow, honestly.
Yeah. Assuming they don't trade him to us, yes.
Exactly. Then number 10, I have his teammate Caleb Lomu going to the Cardinals. They need offensive line help too. So building up the offensive line, I think the tackles are going to go very quick in this draft. So that's
while Wave is trying to torch you to the ground, Ryan, he said, we need linebackers. Did you not see Sherwood today? Thoughts?
I understand, but there's a lot that we could go Arvell Reese. You never know. It's about what happens with the quarterbacks, and if a quarterback's there, I'm telling you, Jets probably will go with it. And I apologize, but that's what I'm seeing. And this is only my first one. It could definitely change.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is what you get when you have a mock before Thanksgiving, folks. It's still fun to see though. And I want to hear more comments like, "Wow, Wave, torch this mock. Come on, burn
Do
it to the ground,
I would love
folks."
if you torch it, go for it. Peter Woods would be a good pick too. But I saw Modine just say that would be a good pick too. But it's going to be interesting. So going to the next one, number 11, I got Mansour Delane going to the Dolphins. They need defensive back help no matter what. So their cornerbacks got demolished this year. They need something. And he's looked at as being one of the better cornerbacks in the league. So Wild Chew, I'm going to jump. Don't try and stop me. No, don't do it. I'm sorry, mock draft season, because the Jets are in a losing season again for the 10th consecutive year. This is what they make us do.
Dude, those 5 first rounders, though, keep me going. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Dude, without them, a different story. Okay. 11, the Finns. Screw the Finns. Anyways, who you got for number 12?
I got Jermod McCoy, Tennessee cornerback, going to the Vikings. They need defensive back help too. That's been a major concern for them. They've revamped that defensive line. Now they just need defensive back help.
Care to elaborate? Matthew Smith, our resident troll extraordinaire, Cam Ward Truther, chimes in. Ryan, he says, "Why did you say we don't know if Reese is edge or linebacker, but have him 7th? A little contradicting, Ryan."
A little contradicting. Okay. Now, if he was looked at as being an edge, he'd probably be number 1 to 3 as a player. But as a linebacker, off the ball linebacker, are you really going to try to draft him super, super high unless you have a big need? Commanders didn't need a quarterback. They didn't need a receiver. So they needed, if you can get an off ball linebacker, which is something they desperately needed, I would go for it.
Take
It was a
that,
good question.
Ryan.
But it
Take
was a great
that.
question.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're good.
Yeah, you're right, because you do see him top of the class. 7th. Yeah, hey man, every team has needs and they're not always defined. So we see, we saw wide receivers and 4 out of the top 5 be wide receivers and quarterbacks. I see that plausible. Maybe not in the order you had them specifically, but 4 out of 5 being playmakers or offensive pieces, I could see. And you could have a guy like Reese that falls outside the top 5,
It happens all the time. It really does. There are
especially when you
always
got Root.
shocking moves.
Okay, let me ask you this: Bane or Reese? If you gun to your head, one pick.
Reese. I just trust him more.
Okay,
Because
not
there are
helping
games
my
that
point,
Bane
but
takes
okay.
off. There are plays Bane takes off. Arvell Reese's engine goes 100% every play.
Fair. One of those two, though, and my point mainly is one of those two could slip a couple picks. And
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
you know, yeah. Carry on, though, sir.
So, number 13, I have Keldrick Falk going to the Cowboys. One of the top edge rushers in this draft as well. Dallas Cowboys, they need defensive line help. They got Quinnen Williams. Now you need to have someone out there to fill in for Micah Parsons, who you shouldn't have traded anyway. So they get another one coming in. Strong kid, long, a lot of good footwork, very strong kid, solid in the run. So I think makes sense for the Cowboys here.
Add him to a D line with Quinnen Williams, guys. I like it.
And Odigizua, they got some good players over there on that D line coming up, especially with Quinnen.
Solomon Thomas. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, good.
14, I got the Ravens getting Peter Woods, defensive tackle. I know Peter Woods is looked at as being one of the better players in this draft, but not a lot of teams off the bat needed defensive tackle help. You could say the Jets, but I like our defensive tackles at this point, with Javon Briggs taking a big step as well. So I really, really think the Ravens, that a great defensive player falls to them every year. And I don't think this would be a shocker if Peter Woods fell to them as well, especially if they're still at pick 14. They might have bumped up depending on how things have fallen. Like I said, didn't have a chance to say, to update it. Didn't see the updated Tankathon reports, but as what I had it, Peter Woods would fall 14 to the Ravens.
And Modine chimes in. He says that is a good pick for the Ravens. We're with you, brother. Keep cooking.
Coming up next, I have Jeremiah Love going to the Chiefs. One of the biggest things they want a running back. They wanted Breece Hall badly. Now the best running back in the draft falls in their laps.
You know, it's funny that Mo chimed in on that last pick for the Ravens because he is a Jeremiah Love truther. Thoughts on to the Chiefs there, Mo? Let us know. Also, like, not even a sneaky need. It is a glaring need for the Chiefs. Well documented their interest in Breece Hall. If they could get a powerful back for merely picks instead of dollars, do they opt to go that route? Certainly plausible. 15th is high. 15th is high. Jeremiah Love is fucking good.
He's damn good, man.
Yes.
He's going to be very good. And in that offense, Patrick Mahomes would finally have like a safety or like something to give him more comfort back there. I think would be great for him.
I am with you, as is Modine. Keep going, brother.
Number 16, I got Caden Proctor from Alabama going to the Texans. Offensive line again, tackle. They need offensive line help desperately. Ursery just got hurt the other night too, so their offensive line is going to get more banged up, but they need something to protect Stroud. Stroud can still be a great quarterback, but they've never surrounded him with solid offensive line play at all, and that's what's getting him killed right now. Alabama linemen are normally very, very good. Proctor has been solid. He's a very strong kid, solid footwork. I think he's going to be very good for them.
With you, man. He looks like he looks like an Olu clone, to be honest.
Oh, he's a monster.
And it's not even just a 74; it's just the body type.
Mm-hmm. He's a strong guy. Once he gets anchored down, you ain't getting by him. Then at number 17, I have Mekhi Lemon falling.
17th is good value, man.
To the Panthers. And now imagine him being put next to Tet McMillan, a guy who's a great route runner in Lemon, to a guy who's a big-bodied guy in Tet McMillan. You're giving Bryce Young more weapons, which is great.
People are already forecasting the second Jets pick. Mind you, dude, shame on me. I forgot. I was thinking the Jets were done. So please, guys, if you're waiting for that second Jets pick, I'm sure you spiked the like button. I'm sure you subscribed to the Jets Ward. And then just chill, man. Let's chop up these next. Where are we Where in this mock? Do you remember where we are?
Is either 28, I think it was updated, 28 at this point. Or, it was 28, I believe.
And the latter end of the round. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So we got some picks. Keep going. Mekhi Lemon, 17th to the Panthers. Dude, that is something Bryce Young will like. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I think he'd love that. Number 18, I got TJ Parker going to the Lions. They want another edge. And TJ Parker is somebody I really like, who's jumped up boards because of just how strong and athletic he is. Can get a little high with his hands every now and again, needs to stay lower with his pad level, but the guy is a strong kid and could be a 3-down edge rusher for you. They need edge help over there other than Aiden Hutchinson. I think this guy would come in and be a beast on that defensive line. Continuing on to number 19, I got Ione, the offensive guard from the Penn State Nittany Lions, going to the Browns. Again, they need an inside offensive line help. I think they beef up the offensive line. They get Carnell Tate earlier. I think this is a great pick for them. Best guard in the draft.
PSU, man. Hey, it might be the last class to really pluck them guys. Top of the round. Top of the draft, I should say. Browns, hey, that seems like a perfect marriage. They could use some more time to throw. All right, what do you got next for us?
Number 20, I got Kenyon Sadiq going to the Bucks.
He didn't fall to 28?
Absolutely not. Imagine having Egbuka and Sadiq on that team. I understand they got Cade Otton over there as a tight end, but you can't pass up on this talent here for the Bucks. Baker would love this pick.
Tez Johnson.
Tez Johnson.
Mike Evans, maybe.
Mike Evans, maybe. I think he's got one more solid year left in him, and then he might retire after next year. I'm sorry there's no transitions. Too fucking bad.
Matthew Smith is, dude, if he hasn't subscribed, he needs to subscribe to the Jets Word right now and cause you this mayhem over there as well.
I love it. No, it's great.
Twitch, let's take a minute. Are you going to be live Tuesday night?
Yes, I will be live Tuesday night. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm going on let me see. I had the name right off my head. I'm going to be going on the Jet Life podcast, talking about a lot of fun stuff. They invited me on. I'm really excited. It's going to be a great time. I'm ready. contacted me today to see if I was going to be on it. Hell yeah. I'm excited.
His name is Anthony. He is no stranger to folks around here. Guys, is that not a perfect marriage, man? I'm going to be watching. I believe they're going to do a mock off season. If you're into that sort of thing, definitely subscribe to the Jet Sport and the Jet Life podcast. Kenyon Sadiq, you just broke my heart, Ryan. I guess I'll let it slide, but him
It was
not
just too much
lasting.
talent for them to pass up, man. This is
Yeah,
the
you know
issue.
what?
The Colts need to start sucking more for us to be able to
Yes.
move up more. Daniel
The
Jones needs
Charles
to be the
Gorman,
Giants' Daniel Jones.
the Charles Gorman led Colts need to start tanking. Yeah, Sadiq here, very good value. I think it's good value when you talk about Tyler Warren, Brock Bowers, both going in the teens. And then you have Sadiq being the first tight end taken and not until pick 20. I do like him with Baker Mayfield. Carry on, sir.
Carrying on, going into pick number 21. I have Chris Bell going to the Steelers. They've been looking for wide receiver help. Bell has shocked a lot of people from Louisville this year. I think the Steelers would love to pair him next to DK Metcalf and have Calvin Austin in the slot. This guy's going to be a solid receiver for them. Solid speed, strong hands, can high point the ball very good. Watch out for this kid. Continuing
I've
on.
heard
Say that
just
again.
on Chris Bell, I will say I've heard a lot about him from Dom C and Chaos both. I have no idea who Chris Bell is besides a childhood kid that I grew up with. So I'm gonna have to plug into this kid because again, people are singing his praises.
You got to watch him. He is a strong receiver. Not a lot was talked about in the beginning of the season or going into the season about him, but he has come on strong as the number one receiver for Louisville over there. Getting into 22, I've got Cassius Howell, edge from Texas A&M, going to the Chargers. They need some edge rush help. I think he's going to be a solid one. Strong guy out there. And I think he's going to be a perfect fit in that defense. Anything to add some edge rush help. They've got the solid linebackers over there. Get this kid get the team some edge rush help to help that defense. Then I got for 23, Avion Terrell going to the 49ers. They need cornerback help. I think Terrell is a perfect guy for Salah's defense if Salah's not a head coach by next year. So, because there's a lot of conversation about that now. So I think Avion Terrell fits perfectly with the Niners. A solid shutdown corner for Clemson. I think tough kid. I think he's going to be a good one for them.
Hell yeah, I'm with it.
24, Sonny Styles, the Cowboys.
Ooh, I've heard this name a lot tonight. And
Guy's a monster. He was converted as a safety to linebacker, so he doesn't have a lot of starts at linebacker, but he's got the instinct. He's got the toughness. He's got everything you want in a linebacker. So, and he's been playing damn good. He needs to build up a little bit more muscle because taking on those big linemen getting downhill is a tough one for him, but he can cover, he can hit, he can tackle very well. Solid guy. The Cowboys need linebacker help too. That's been a weakness on their defense. Sonny Styles would be a perfect fit in that defense right behind Quinnen Williams.
That's that they've had 2 first-round picks. They've gone D-line and so both in the front 7.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you considered in this spot, or were you more looking at just the individual and versus the board?
It was something I was looking at in this spot because their linebackers have been very weak all year. I also thought about going defensive back help, but Sonny Styles is too much to pass up here as being how good he is. And I think he's going to rise up a lot of people's draft boards. But as of now, it was just the perfect fit for him. I don't think they need offensive help. They have solid receivers. Ferguson's a good tight end. Dak Prescott, if they keep him, is a solid quarterback. They could have gone offensive line, but I think defense needs much more help.
I'm with it, brother.
Getting into the next one, I got Mateo Uwelele from Oregon. going into the Bears, they need defensive line help. He's one of the better edge rushers in this draft as well. Somebody who's not talked about enough. I think he's going to rise up draft boards as well. Can play on the outside, can play as a off-ball linebacker, better as an edge rusher, and I think he would fit that defense. They need edge rush help over in Chicago.
I like it. Can you say his name one more time?
Mateo Ugalele.
Well done, sir. I
Thank
like
you.
it.
Thank you. A lot of practice.
Modine is trying to forecast your Jets pick, but I'm not gonna. He's gonna have to sit there and wait. Carry on, sir. You won't know when they're coming up, will you?
They're coming up pretty soon. I don't remember. That it's been a while since I looked at this draft, so I don't remember if it was Denzel Boston or not. But
okay,
we will see.
Mo may be right.
At
Stay
26,
tuned.
I got David Bailey, edge rusher from Texas Tech, going to Buffalo. They need edge rush help. They're trying to beef up the defensive line with Ed Oliver still there. He's been hurt all season, and they've got some good players up there, but they need more power and speed on the edge.
Wow, we're teetering, guys. I mean, 29 to 32 will be the conference championship teams. According to this mock, and I don't think this was Ryan's rankings. This is saying that the Bills will not be sniffing the conference championship, and for that, I'm here for.
Exactly. The way they've been playing, I just don't know. They're a weird team at this point.
Got to play your best ball in January. Go ahead.
Sir. Yeah. 27, I got Colton Hood, the other cornerback from Tennessee. They got two solid ones over there. Tariq Woolen was up for trade debate this offseason. I don't think he wants them, or I don't think the Seahawks want him anymore. They're going to go with a guy who's going to fit the defense a little better. Guy's a ball hawk, solid player over there. So I think he's going to go there and beef up that defense. Next, I believe it is the Jets pick, and I have them Denzel Boston. Big receiver, big body hands. I think he's a solid blocker as well. Best receiver left on the board. I almost went KC Conception here as well because I see him as being a slot receiver. So honestly, big bodied receiver who complements Garrett Wilson very well. A.D. Mitchell would be a solid guy behind him. And John Mechie in the slot. I think that's going to be a solid offense.
You know what I will say is I hate everything Boston, but I have not seen this Boston, and I will next weekend, brother, as the Oregon Ducks go into Washington to take on the Huskies. Massive game. I want to see how this kid does against that defense because that defense is good. It is. So that'll be interesting to see. Don't know. That's probably going to be one of Boston's final games. He's going to be, like you said, around at this spot. It does seem like a marriage. Like you said, Conception was your other choice, possibly.
Yeah, KC Conception, I think KC Conception is more of a slot receiver and has great footwork, solid speed. Not the biggest guy. Denzel Boston is your big-bodied, high-point receiver with strong hands. That doesn't have a lot of separation, but with his big body, he's gonna be a large catch radius. He's gonna give you everything you need, and he doesn't drop a lot of passes.
So is he a boundary X receiver?
Yes.
See, that is what we need, I will say. Even if you keep the Mitchells of the world, the Mechies of the world, we need an X bad. So I'm not opposed to that. Do you know, is he related to David Boston?
I don't know off the top of my head. Not sure. I can look more into that.
Just curious. Probably not. I mean, the odds are low, but you don't see too many wide receivers with the last name Boston, so I figured I'd
Yeah.
ask. Ricky New York chimes in though, also a YouTuber. Check him out. He says Boston catches everything.
Got great
Would you
hands.
agree? Yeah.
He doesn't drop anything. He's solid. Good blocker too.
Well, Ryan, you wanna finish this out, brother?
Yeah, we're almost done. I'll just finish it out real quick. Just go rapid fire. Next, I had the Rams with their second one going Isaiah World, tackle out of Oregon. I think he's going to rise up boards. I think he's a solid pass blocker. Good player over there. Not a lot of people are talking about him. I think he's pretty good. Number 30, I got Casey Conception going to the Patriots. They need more receiver help. I think he's going to be a great slot receiver for them. So, good player over there. At 31, Eagles get LT Overtone from Alabama, the edge rusher. They want line help. They need defensive line help and pass rush ability. He's going to be the one for them. And then with the last pick, the Broncos are going to get Chris Brazzell, the second wide receiver from Tennessee, related to a former Jet receiver as well. So, yeah.
Who's
This
that?
kid's really good. Huh?
Who's he related to?
I think his father was named Chris Brazzell as well. He was a Jet receiver for a while. I know the last name Brazzell. He was a Jet. But this kid, I almost picked him. I think he's going to move up a lot of boards. He's much faster than what people think. The problem with him is he's a great blocker when he feels like blocking. So I think the Broncos need more receiver help. That's why I think he falls this late. Other than that, he could be the top 4 receiver in this draft. Even better than Boston. Because he's got that big size too.
I am with you, sir, dude. I appreciate you sharing that mock. As you said, you put time and energy into it, and dude, the chat was loving it. I was loving it. Appreciate that. We're finishing up, folks. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We weren't expecting to stay on this long, but you guys kind of kept us going. As Ryan's mock did. If that's not worthy of a subscription to his channel, I don't know what is. Because I mean, come on, he's got to teach tomorrow morning. Come on, guys, give him some credit. He's still here with us about midnight on the East Coast, and I'm gonna have him out of here by midnight. You'll see on the screen here his channel. Check that out, please. Final question. It was also the second question of the night, and your mock kind of hinted around at this, and we talked about this several times, but I still have it starred. So I want to get it off my list here as we wrap up. From the one and the only Murph, Friday night co host in the Danger Zone, he asks, are Mitchell and Mechie good enough to be wide receiver 2 and 3 next year?
Oh. I
Now
think
you still need an X. Could
Yes.
that X be wide receiver 4? You know,
it could.
in that
If you
spin?
want to give Denzel Boston a chance to like grow, then yes, AD Mitchell and Mechie are solid number 2 and 3 options. But I'd be more comfortable having Mechie as 3 and AD Mitchell as 4, because Mitchell, you don't know what you're going to get from him. You're going to get those big drops like you saw the other last game, or you're going to get the breakout plays like he had this time. I just don't know what I'm getting from him.
Matthew Smith chimes in. He says he hated your mock.
And that's good. No, not everybody's going to like it. I appreciate you for following on, listening on with it. I appreciate
No,
you,
we
man.
don't. Matthew, buzz off.
Oh, come on. Be nice. He's awesome.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Dude, I invite a troll or two around here, man. We're having too much fun. You got to stir the pot. Modine likes to, but he's not savage enough. Matthew's here for the savagery, and I'm here for it. Modine, though, I mentioned, great show. He says, thanks to both of us. Appreciate that. I will say Sunday Night Football was a bust, it looks like. Matthew Smith says he poo-poos on us. That's a whole nother website, brother. I'm sure you can find it, Matthew. Probably in your history. I kid. Chat's killing it though. Ryan, you killed it tonight, man. We spoke about your plugs earlier. Is there anything we missed or you want to reiterate in case some people are joining us late?
Nah, man, I appreciate you having me on, guys. Make sure you subscribe to both our channels. We appreciate you guys joining us tonight, and wish the Jets gave us a win today, but we appreciate you guys coming on and making this night fun for us, guys. Thank you so much, and thank you, Dano, for having me on.
Thank you for helping me still provide a Sunday show without Egghead. Guys, got to give him some shit next week. Don't matter the reason he wasn't here. Come on now. With that said, man, Ryan, you filled in beautifully. Appreciate you. Enjoy some school, and then you said 2 days on, the rest off. Sounds like Tuesday night with at the Jets Life podcast will be the start of your holiday week. So enjoy that, and hopefully some of us, including myself, will be over there showing you support. So keep killing it. And hey, happy holidays to everyone in here, because you won't hear from me until after the holiday.
Happy holidays, guys. See you guys later.
Catch you later. See ya.
Bye.
I'm convinced we're the most cursed team in professional sports.
You guys are bad.
I've been saying this hot take for a long time, and I'm sticking to it. My hot take is that Will McDonald's going to hit 15 sacks.
No member of the New York Jets Week 1 offensive line will miss a game all year.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time! So get ready to rumble!